Well, hello guys. Welcome back. As I'm working on the temples, as I've told you guys, I have to accrue VR time. So, I do all sorts of creative things for your enjoyment. This is my avatar in big screen beta. You'll never run across me because I only go in, privately, but yeah. I thought you might enjoy seeing me try to test out the selfie stick. And they have a GIF function on it. And I'm like, what the hell's a GIF for this thing? And there's this beeping sound, and I'm just waving my hands, and yeah, this is the result. Great, isn't it? I'm gonna piss so many people off. Anyhow, look, he's back here giggling. Anyhow, I just had some random stuff happen lately, and it was curious. I came down. Was it Monday? Maybe Monday. And I found a cat hair on my keyboard. I haven't had cats for almost a decade. So I'm like, okay, maybe this came off one of the plush wolves or something, but it looked like cat hair. I'm like, well, I can't prove it. I can't scientifically test it to see if it's really animal hair. And I'm like, okay. And I thought that could be anything. It could have just been cat hair seems to be immortal and it shows up years after or whatever. And I dismiss it. And I've been doing research lately, and I've been thinking about angels lately, of all things. And as I'm waiting for my friends to pick me up, I thought I saw. You guys know I have extremely poor vision. If I'm standing up and I'm 5'4", I can't tell you what's at my feet. My vision is that bad. It could be a leaf, it could be money, it could be anything. I wouldn't know. So I've been down to pick this thing up, and I don't know what it is, but I thought it was a feather because they say there's this kind of new agey spiritual belief that if you find a feather, your angels are thinking of you, and there's like all these color guides you can use. And it doesn't just have to be angels, just because one group uses something doesn't mean, ooh, they get to claim it now. And I thought, I wish I'd kind of found, a feather because I tried talking to Michael the other day, and I wasn't sure if he even heard me or not. And we go out and I get the thing done and we go to the end up going to the drugstore after. And as we're walking out of the drugstore, not as we're walking in, and maybe I walked right over it walking in, but I didn't see it walking in. As we're walking out, I see all these white feathers all over. Like, this drugstore has, I don't know if they all have it, but it has kind of like a outer lobby that's all glass, sliding glass doors that they're automatic. I've usually you go right into a drugstore, right? But this one has kind of this like strange lobby area built onto the outside. And all through this lobby area are these little white feathers. And I'm trying to think, did I see anything with white feathers in there? Of course I didn't. But I thought, well, maybe somebody was wearing some kind of old vintage clothing, or they already bought the item with the white feathers, but it's kind of hella early for Christmas, right? And these are all kind of white feathers. And they look like little snippets. So maybe they were snippets off a large feather like turkey or something, but they were pure white feathers. And they're all over the place, but we're going at an okay clip, and there's people behind us, and I really don't have time to, stop and pick up one of these feathers. It's kind of obvious it fell off of something. But I'm like, well, there are my feathers, but I don't have time to pick them up. I said to my friends, I said, look at all the feathers. And I was going to add, looks like somebody's guardian angel threw down out here. But, they're not Catholics, so they wouldn't find it funny. Only the Catholics would laugh. Catholics would be like, it really looked like an angel got in a fight with something. There were like feathers, and, we were wading through them, but it was certainly more than, say, 10. There were quite a few. And I thought, well, somebody must have taken something out. Maybe they got something at the used store and they walked through the lobby for some reason or whatever. It could be anything. But it was just strange. And I was like, it almost feels like Michael was like, here you go. And it would be Michael's sense of humor to let you see something when you can't possibly stop and grab it. He would give you a beautiful feather, the most beautiful feather in the universe, and just let it float right on by you, and it would be impossible for you to grab it because that's his weird sense of humor. And it was uncanny. And I come home and I'm like, okay, whatever. And for the first couple hours, I'm elated and I'm on cloud nine because we got this thing done we needed to get done, and it was really super important and needed done. And we have other things to get done, but they can wait. They can wait. And you guys know I'm chronic worrier. If I can worry, I will worry now. I will start worrying years ahead of time if I can worry. I do it very methodically and very efficiently. I will start worrying now. And Loki was just side looking at me saying, "Weren't you just telling people why do you worry because I'm your god?" And I said, "Yeah, I know." But I think what kind of prompted it is that when you run a channel, people I understand why people do it. We come from a culture where I don't care if you were raised Christian or atheist or whatever you were raised, is very much I'm right, everyone else is wrong, whatever you were raised as. Some parents do a pretty good job of being open and letting you explore, but a lot are very dogmatic of we are right, they're wrong, and here's why. And then when these people get into spirituality, they tend to think they have to make the same choices. They have to work only with Norse gods. They have to work only with angels and saints. They have to work only with demons. They have to work only with these Greek gods. And I know I raise a lot of hackles because I come and go as I please, but as I said, either it's like how I'm built or it's how the gods are built when they interact with me. Other than Loki and Odin, I don't have many that stay around for, a very long time. Asmodeus will be here, be really close, and then he's gone. If I was only working with Asmodeus, I would be lonely most of the time. Same thing for Odin. He can be like right in my lap, and then Odin doesn't exist. Loki too. And, so it gives me time to go wander because they're not always all, with me, 24/7. If you have a relationship with just one deity, one angel, saint, demon, whatever, it probably is different. But if you know a lot of them, they're like, somebody else will be here. So they kind of come in and out. And started watching this, special on angels, and it's from back in the 90s. I think at least when angelology was a thing, yeah, it was something else, and I was into it at the time too, and so I can't laugh and judge. And it kind of made me smile because we thought angels were going to become this big thing, and the whole world was going to become spiritually enlightened. And these were like New Age angels; they really had nothing to do with any specific faith. And, it was all about feeling good and working with the angels and raising your spiritual vibration and buying a lot of crystals and candles and being so spiritual. And it obviously never worked out to anything. I mean, maybe some people still have a vibrant practice, but I think most people kind of wandered away when they saw that the world didn't quite work out to that the world didn't quite, we're not living in the utopia they sold us in the 90s where everybody dresses in white, angels walk around freely, and there's world peace and food for everyone. We never came to that, and I think a lot of people gave up. But it was still interesting to watch and to look at the angels because, I worked with them, but I can't really tell you anything like, oh yeah, if you go out and you get a St. Michael candle, I can guarantee you this will happen or that will happen. Nothing may happen. Something may happen without you even going and getting a candle. This may have been just randomness, but you guys know I don't believe in randomness or coincidences. It felt like Michael's sense of humor, like, okay, I'll let you know I answered, and I'll make sure that you can't pick up any of the evidence either. And you guys know I don't carry a phone or anything else. And even if I did, if you saw cast off feathers from what was probably a decoration or a costume or something, you'd all be like, oh god, she's really gone off the deep end this time. But I figured I would share that with you because I've been finding random things. I don't know what the thing at my former gate was. I probably should have picked it up. I can look tomorrow to see if it's still there. But yeah, I found the cat hair and then I saw feathers. It was kind of like everybody seems to be coming back home, like Bastet, and Asmodeus is the one that's really pushing me to reopen the lines of communication with, angels or whomever I feel called to. And with Mammon, I talked to him today because this big thing I've been working on been something I'd wanted his help on, and I don't know if he did not directly help because it was a test or what it was, but he might just be here to be here. He may never step forward significantly at certain times. So it's just been something else, and we hope you've enjoyed my waving avatar. I was like, well, I'll try doing a GIF and then I'll try setting it to music, and I really couldn't think of any music to set it to. So I'm like, you know what will make people mad? I'll put this in the video, and this will really put the wind up people, because of course I look exactly like the old man, because he dresses like a mafia boss, yeah? So if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.